On December 5th, 1945, the weather over Florida looked calm. The skies were clear. The sea was quiet. It should have been a routine training exercise. 5 U.S. Navy planes lifted off from Fort Lauderdale just after 2 p.m. Together, they were known as Flight 19. Their mission was simple: navigation practice over the Atlantic. But they never came back. At first, nothing seemed wrong. The pilots checked in regularly. Their voices were steady. Everything sounded normal. Then, about an hour into the flight, confusion set in. The lead instructor reported something strange. His compass wasn't working. Neither was his backup. Soon, other pilots confirmed the same problem. Their instruments no longer made sense. They believed they were flying over the Florida Keys, but in reality, they were hundreds of miles off course. Ground control tried to guide them home. "Turn west," they said. "Fly toward the setting sun." But the pilots hesitated. They didn't trust their instruments, and they didn't trust their own eyes. As daylight faded, radio transmissions grew tense. Voices that were once calm now carried fear. "This is an emergency," the instructor finally said. "We seem to be lost." Then, silence. Flight 19 vanished without sending a final distress signal. The Navy launched an immediate search. Hundreds of ships, dozens of aircraft. One of the rescue planes took off and disappeared as well. Not a single piece of wreckage was ever found. No debris, no oil slicks, no bodies. Nothing. Over time, theories began to surface. Some blamed sudden storms. Others pointed to navigational errors. A few suggested underwater methane explosions. And then, there were the darker ideas. A mysterious region of the Atlantic. Unusual magnetic behavior. A place where planes and ships simply vanish. The Bermuda Triangle. Flight 19 became its most famous case. But here's the unsettling truth. Even today, aviation experts cannot fully explain what happened that afternoon. Experienced pilots don't just lose all navigation at once. Multiple aircraft don't disappear without a trace. And rescue planes don't vanish either. Official reports quietly shifted the blame to pilot error. Case closed. But unanswered questions remain. What caused every compass to fail? Why was no wreckage ever recovered? And how does a group of planes simply disappear? 79 years later, the ocean keeps its secret. Flight 19 is still missing. And sometimes, the most frightening mysteries aren't the ones with wild explanations, but the ones with none at all.